Okay, so value of supply, we will discuss two or more questions from the here. Okay. So we'll start with the question number 133. Okay. So this is actually one question that is been asked in CA final last long before. So let's see what is the question says. Read the question, everyone. Mrs. Flopro has sold a machine to BP Limited. It provides the following particulars in this regard. Now, price of the machine, the given machine was subject to third-party inspection, freight charges and subsidy received, and discount 2%, everything. So you have to determine the value of supply. This is a question says. So you have to determine the value of supply. So everybody, please read the question once. Then we will have a discussion on this. So please read once, everyone. Please read the question once, everyone. Okay, right now. So I will show you the answer also together. Yeah. First of all, so we'll start with the price of the machine. You have to read this excluding tax and incidental charges. Now, the first thing, machine was subject to third-party inspection. The inspection charges have been directly paid by BP Limited. Who is a BP Limited here? Who is a BP Limited? See, here is a supplier is Flopro and the recipient is BP Limited. So you have to understand this. The machine was subject to third-party inspection. Certain machinery will be subject to third-party inspection. Means a party that is not a what we say see, third-party inspection means the machinery will be having a third-party inspection by a person who is not a party to the contract. For example, here Flopro and BP Limited are the parties. Okay, but they will inspect the machinery by a person who is not a party to the contract, say for example A Limited. So the Flopro shall pay an amount to A Limited, right? Because this is a part of a supply. So the supplier has to pay this amount to the A Limited. But what happened is here, see, the payment have been made by BP Limited. BP Limited is a recipient. So what should we do? Shall we add this or not? Not add? Everyone, tell me. Shall we add this to price or not? Respond, everyone. Shall we add? Yes, add. Why? Any idea? Why? Oh, very good. Because in the because in the value of supply chapter, let me just show you this one second. One second, buddies. In value of supply chapter, we have to add 5 things, right? The second case, I've given the detailed discussion here, but then it is just to remember things. You can just learn like this. So the second one, the any amount which is liable to pay by the supplier but paid by the recipient. That means if any amount which is liable to pay by the supplier, that means an amount which is to be paid by the supplier but actually paid by the supplier, that shall be added. So we have to add this amount. Of course, we shall add. Right. Next one, freight charges for delivery of the machine. Freight charges is an incidental expenses, right? It is an incidental expenses. So we shall add this also. We shall add. Same here. The third one, incidental expenses, we shall add. Right. So we have added that. Then subsidy. Here you have to tell me this. Subsidy received from the state government on sale of machine under skill development program. The subsidy is directly linked to the price. What should we do? Tell me, everyone. What should we do? Subsidies received from the state government. State government. Shall we add? Shall we less? Shall we do nothing? 3 options you have. Everybody shall respond, okay? No adjustment. Somebody saying no adjustment. Somebody saying add. Somebody saying less. Exclude in the sense Shall we deduct that or no, do nothing? We have three options. See, you have to understand this. I'm not going to getting into the detailed discussion on subsidy because it is not the right time to discuss it on subsidy. Yeah, recording is available. See, so it is. I advise everyone to take a screenshot of it. Take a screenshot of it. This is you can't see any books. This theory you can't see in any books, any others books. But then if you don't know this, you will not be able to adjust subsidy. That's for sure. So it is better you take this screenshot. So if you have this book, then no issues. Otherwise, please take this. Yeah, record session part 1. Yeah. I will upload the record session in my YouTube channel. Both part 1 and part 2. Don't worry. So yeah. But I suggest everybody to watch the live session. So that will be effective. Because if you have any doubts, you can directly ask, right? Yeah, fine. So have you taken a screenshot, everyone? That you can read after. Okay, now just take a screenshot. Otherwise, you will get confused why I've reduced it, and somewhere sometime I will be adding, sometime I will be lessing. So if you take the screenshot, you will get no. Yes, now listen carefully. Here, see, there is a small thing. They're saying that the item given in serial number 2 to 5, 2 to 5 means this one, 2 to 5 have not been considered. Okay, at serial number 1, have not been considered means what? Have not been considered. So I'll simply tell you this. If the question says that have not been considered means the price is before considering. Have not been considered means before considering. So if the question says before considering, that means have not been considered means before considering. Then if the government subsidy, then it shall be reduced. It shall be reduced. Okay, it shall be reduced. So I'm not going to the logic because it is not the right time to discuss on the logic. Okay, because it is only purely a question discussion session. That is why I'm not getting into the detailed theory discussion. Right. So we have to reduce it. 5,000 we shall reduce. So you can read the theory that you've taken the screenshot. Now the discount 2% is offered. So that has been recorded in the invoice. So you can reduce. One thing you have to remember, buddies, whenever they're saying discount, you just don't think twice. Always do it on the list price. Always do it on the main price. Okay. So don't get confused. If at all they're giving a discount and if it is deductible, if it is deductible, then it shall always be done on the main price that is given in the question, except the question specifically says otherwise, right? So what is answer? 30,000 plus 5,000 plus 2,000 minus 5,000 minus this 2% discount. So I think 133 answer will be how much, buddies? 133 answer is 31,400. This is the answer. So yeah, you have to give notes for each adjustment. Okay, if you know the section, you can quote. Otherwise, you should just ignore. Okay, don't worry. A quoting section is actually not mandatory, but that is a positive thing. Okay, quoting a section is a positive thing, and you have to quote the section only if you're 100% sure. Otherwise, please don't quote the section, because quoting a wrong section definitely will lose marks, even though the provision is correct. So you have to quote the section only if you're 100% sure. Okay, otherwise you should not quote. Right? Correct? Done, everyone? So state government should not be considered. Should not be considered in the sense what? See, should not be considered in the sense it should not be added. Yeah, state, whether it is central government or state government subsidy, it should not be added. It should not be added. So they're saying the question, it is before considering. So before considering means that in the price, it is already including that subsidy. Okay, it is already including that subsidy. So we have to reduce that subsidy. Okay, that is the logic. That's why I told you that I'm not getting into the detailed discussion of subsidy. I think I've added in the YouTube channel. No. Okay, I've because that's a long discussion on subsidy. So anyway, now another question. we'll discuss another question. This is exactly same question that we have done. Next one. Okay, we'll do another question, buddies. Two questions we'll do. One is 139. This is your November 26 month question. Fine. So everybody, please read. Please read 139 question and make a small idea about the question. Then we will discuss together. Okay. So here the machine is sold by SQM Limited to ACD Limited in the month of Feb 2023, right? List price is 9,50,000. So you have to start with the 9,50,000 and then exclusive of tax and discount. So then additional information they have given. In the so the list price is 9,50,000. Okay, list price is 9,50,000. Now municipal tax. Shall we add municipal tax? Shall we add municipal tax? Yes, correct. Because any taxes, the first one is clearly saying any taxes, cess, duties, etc. under any law except under GST. Any taxes other than GST we shall add. So we have to add that 45,000. Next one, outward freight charges. Shall we add? Outward freight charges, shall we add? Yes. Why? Incidental expenses, right? Incidental expenses. That is a main keyword you have to quote, incidental expenses. Okay, fine. Now they're given some additional information. So tell me everyone, first one, what should we do? First adjustment, what should we do? SQM Limited normally gives an interest-free credit period of 30 days for the payment. After that, it charges interest at 1% per month or part thereof on list price. So what should we do? Because the supplier is collecting interest from the customers. Interest or late fee or penalty for delayed payment of consideration we shall add. So what should we do here, everyone? Everybody shall respond. Everyone, shall we add or not? Hello. Are you guys sleeping? Are you guys sleeping? No. Okay. So somebody is saying add. No. Every answer is there. See, here we should not add. Why? There is this one small word is there. It is waived, but is waived the interest. Waived means okay, they've forgiven. So so we have to add only if the interest is collected from the customer. Here no interest is collecting from the customer, so why should we add? No, interest should not be added. Second one shall we add? This is a NGO subsidy. So shall we add? You should not add, because the price is not linked to the price. The price is not linked. What is that? What is that means? Price linked, subsidy linked to the price or subsidy not linked to the price. What is the difference, buddies? See, there are two types of subsidy. I'll tell you in a simple manner. There are two types of subsidy. One is subsidies directly linked to the price. Other one is subsidy not directly linked to the price. That means a government or any other organization will be giving assistance, that is subsidies and assistance, for two reasons. One is to help the customers, another one is to help the suppliers. So how the government will help the customers? That means, for example, a goods price is 1 lakh. Now the government want to help the customers. So customer says that we can't afford this 1 lakh, so please make it some 80,000 or 60,000. So what government will do is that government will give 40,000 to supplier. Then what supplier shall do is don't collect 1 lakh from the customer. Instead, they shall collect only 60,000. That is directly linked to the price. That means the subsidy which is proportionately reducing the price. That is directly linked to the price. Another type of subsidy is to help the suppliers, because the supplier will be lacking some capital. So the government want to help the suppliers. So government is giving, or any other organization is giving some 40,000 to supplier for each product or whatever. So the supplier is not under no duty to reduce the price. That is, that subsidy he can put in his own pocket. So those kind of subsidy you should not adjust in any manner. So this is not directly linked to the price. That means it is a subsidy which given to help the suppliers. So that subsidy you should not add or less, nothing, no adjustment. Just ignore it. And you have to give us a note. It is not directly linked to the price, so it should not be considered. That's simple. Okay, but you have to give proper notes. Then only you will be granted marks. Next one, third one. Tell me, everyone. They have deducted a discount of 15,000. So discount, can we reduce the discount? Can we reduce the discount? This is a cash discount at the time of final payment. So it's a cash discount. Can we reduce the discount here? No. Why? Why? Because it is not as per the agreement. It is not as per the agreement. So there is no agreement at the time of supply. So those kind of discount you cannot reduce. The fourth one, tell me, everyone. Fourth one, what should you do? What should we do? The fourth one. They have collected 9,500 as TCS. TCS, shall we add any taxes other than GST? So TCS is an income tax under section 206C of income tax. That is, what shall we do? What shall we do? Add? No, we should not add, right? Because first they're saying any taxes other than GST shall be added. Then they give an exclusion TCS, income tax TCS, we should not add. So that we shall ignore. No adjustment is required. No adjustment is required. Fine. So how much would be the answer? Only 9,50,000 plus 45,000 plus 65,000. No other adjustment. But you have to give proper notes for these 4 items. But I'll tell you what would happen if the exam hall. See, in the exam hall, we all will be superstitious. So 4 adjustment is there, but then out of this 4 adjustment, nothing to add, nothing to less, no adjustment. So you'll get confused. Okay, someone institute is actually what we say testing us. Some problems is there. So we'll do one thing. We'll add this TCS, because every adjustment is in the same way. Some problem is there. So those kind of superstitious act will be there in the exam hall. So control yourself. If you want to control, be thorough with the theory. Ready? Okay. So easy. Yes. Then the next one is question number 140. This is your May 22 6-mark question. So read, everyone. First have an idea about the question. Many of you are asking for the recordings. Okay, recordings I'll be uploading in the YouTube channel, don't worry. But I always prefer that you to watch the live session, because that will be more effective than to watch a recorded session. Okay, so 140, read the question, everyone. Answer. Okay, fine. Answer, I'll show you this. This is answer. So if you want, you can take a screenshot. Okay, no issues for me. This is the answer for that 139. Okay, right? Okay, fine. Next one, 140. 140, what should we do? Let's see. List price. List price is there, 50,000. Then tax levied by municipal authority. Shall we add or not? Tax by municipal authority. Same adjustment they are keep on asking. Municipal tax, shall we add? Yes. See, I'll tell you this also, because in GST we will not have that high funda questions. I would say the only reason people are losing the marks is because of the presentation. So you have to evolve that presentation through practice. many of you will be answering or practice GST questions just by vouching. Vouching in the sense you will be having the question one side and the answer one side. Then you will be taking the vouching. Okay, you will be done in the article, right? Vouching. That is not enough. You have to write down, and you have to write down the not just the answer. You have to write down the notes also. Okay, because we will be thinking that okay, in the exam hall we'll be doing everything correct, but that will not be the situation. Okay, so you have to practice by writing. Okay, fine. Now read tax by municipal authority. You have to give the proper notes that shall be added because any taxes other than GST. Okay, those kind of wording you have to use. Then packing charges, definitely it has to be included because you have to give the notes as any incidental expenses. Subsidy received from NGO, again subsidy, because they're checking subsidy always, because institute know that is where students checks subsidy. So subsidy, this is a directly linked to the price. That means the subsidy should be adjusted. So included in the list price. What we have to do, buddies? Included in the list price. What shall we do here? Add back. Here we shall do nothing because it is included. Read here. I've already shown you this adjustment here. If the question says, where is that? Before considering, before adjusting or including subsidy, if it is other than government subsidy, no adjustment shall be made. No adjustment shall be made because it's already included. So why should we add again? No. Okay, so no adjustment is required for this 3,000 buddies. Okay, just ignore it. Next one. Paid to one of the vendors by ABC Private Limited in relation to service provided by vendor to XYZ Private Limited. See, what does that mean? ABC means a recipient. They are paid vendors of this XYZ Private Limited. So, under which provision we shall add this? Or based on which provision we shall add this 2,000? Tell me. Based on which provision we shall add this 2,000? Yes, correct. 15(2)(b). 15(2)(b). That means any amount which is liable to pay by the supplier but paid by the recipient. The vendors of XYZ. XYZ is liable for paying to the vendors, their vendors. But then that is been paid by the recipient, that is ABC Limited. So we have to add. Included in list price before considered on subsidy. See, the thing is that where is that? And the subsidy I've already given here. You can just go through here. Included. I'll tell you this. Okay, this also I just want to tell you this. In institute view also there is a shift, because earlier if you look at the earlier suggestion answers, see a final RTP MTP suggestion answers. Before they if they say included, if they says included the subsidy, they previously they were meant that is been reduced, but of late they have shifted the view. Included in the sense it is already added, because it is your suggestion answer. Okay, I'm telling you. So there's a shift in the institute view. So it is better you follow the institute view. That is why I told you, if you have to follow these words. Okay, it is included means already added. So if it is a NGO subsidy, no adjustment is required. If it is government subsidy, then you can reduce. Okay, so there is a shift in institute view actually, because if you are my students in 1 year or 2 years before, I would say this included means already reduced, but there is a shift in institute view. That is frankly I'm speaking. Yes. So it is better you remember those words. Fine. So how much is the answer? How much is, and also there is a 2% discount, right? So the list price, and it is the discount was not known at the time of supply. So what shall we do, buddies? Can we reduce this 2% discount? Can we reduce this? No, we can't reduce because it was not known at the time of supply. So there is no agreement at the time of supply, so that you can reduce that. What about this one? They have ABC Limited delayed the payment, so they get an interest 5,000. Interest, what shall we do? We have to add the 5,000, right? Shall we add 5,000? No, we should not add 5,000. We have to add how much? If it see the interest, you have to assume it is as a including GST, okay, inclusive GST. So you have to follow this formula, the interest divided by percentage 118. If it is 12%, 112 into 100, this formula you shall apply. So you should not add 5,000. You should just add 5,000 divided by 118 into 100. So this amount should be added, not 5,000 in full. Clear? 4237, correct. So that is 140. Answer is how much? 64,737. Clear, everyone? So value of supply, I think always they're asking a simple questions, but then people still lose the marks only because of the presentation. Okay, so you have to present, then you will get the it is mostly 5 to 6 marks they will be asking from the value of supply question. But you can expect always this level of question. Maybe your exam will be more tougher in the sense like they will be giving question which is more standard than the previous. So whatever question they asking, don't worry. If you have the correct provision with you, no worries at all, right? Okay, so that is all the value of supply questions. Now we'll moving to next returns chapter. Not that important chapter, buddies. Here the past exam questions are very simple questions. But let me ask you something. That is not that important. In the returns chapter, and this will do. Have you done this question before? If you're my students, I would have done in the class. Have you done this one? 144. Yes. Shall we do it again or? Shall we do this? We can do. Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine. See, before doing the question, take the theory book. Okay. Whatever books you're following, if you my books, then take that. Otherwise, whatever books you're following, please take it. Then you have to just take this one. In GSTR1, you know the GSTR1, right? So in GSTR1, we have to show the details in 3 ways. One is invoice-wise details. Another one is consolidated details. Another one is state-wise consolidation details. Invoice-wise details means giving the complete particulars of the invoice in the GSTR1. Consolidated means giving just a total amount. State-wise consolidation means the total of the each state, total of the supply made to each states. So these are the 3 ways you have to show in the GSTR1. So where in whatever situations you have to show in this way is if it is B2B supply. B2B supply means a business entity which is registered person to registered person, then definitely invoice-wise details shall be done. If it is B2C, that means a customer is unregistered customer. Then if it is intrastate, then just consolidated details shall be done. But then if it is interstate, B2C, but the interstate and the invoice value more than 250, then you have to show invoice-wise again. Then if it is less than or equal to 250, then state-wise consolidated details shall be shown. So these are the, this is how you have to show in the GSTR1. So 3 cases, one is invoice-wise, two cases. Another one is state-wise consolidation and consolidation details. So this is how you have to show in GSTR1. I hope all of you know this. Fine. Now coming to our question, they're asking this. Okay, how you have to show in GSTR1? Tell me, buddies, how to show these details in GSTR1? Tell me. It is very easy. First of all, you pick B2B supplies here. Which all B2B supply? This one is B2B, this one is B2B, and this one is B2B, this one is B2B. So the 4 cases are resolved. So what kind of details to be shown in the with respect to these 4 cases, everyone? How we have to show in GSTR1? Definitely invoice-wise, 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 invoice-wise. So the rest of the things are B2C. So if it is B2C, you have to pick what all interstate. What all intrastate? What all intrastate? So intrastate. Okay, two intrastate. So if it is B2C and intrastate, there is no confusion. Only consolidated details and consolidated details. So that also resolves. So out of balance 4 cases, which is B2C and interstate, which B2C and interstate, in that you have to pick more than 2,50,000. So this is 3 lakhs and this is 2,80,000. So in that case also you have to show invoice wise, and for the balance you have to show state wise consolidation and state wise consolidation. So within seconds you can do the question. Easy. Yes. Presentation, you can just go through. See, there is no such prescribed presentation for any answers. You can do it in this way, or whatever way you can do. This is your RTP question also, okay? Okay. So in the return chapter, see, you can see the exam questions. So they ask him very simple, silly questions. So these are the exam questions. So one line kind of question they are asking from the return chapter. But what I'm strongly believe that see, they will be asking one time, they will be asking a big question from return chapter because we have a good concept there, QRMP and everything. So you have to be careful about the return chapter, okay? But then so far what they were asked is very simple, okay? Now next one is which one? ITC. ITC is a very important concept, but from ITC chapter itself, they will not be asking big questions. But in payment of tax question, the major adjustment will be from the ITC chapter. That I think all of you might be knowing this. So I'll do 1 or 2 questions from ITC chapter. These are all some example type of questions. Yeah, we'll do the TP question. Exam questions are actually okay. I'll do this one. 174. Question number 174. You have to read this one and tell me the amount of ITC that can be claimed. Okay. Read and tell me how much ITC you can take. How much ITC you can take, tell me. So tell me what is first one. Goods used in constructing additional floor of building. Can we take the ITC? Can we take ITC on constructing additional floors? No. So I'll show you this. Okay. Blocked one. Where is blocked everyone? Okay, we all know that works contract, right? Works contract services for construction of immobile property is blocked. So that is actually not eligible. That is blocked. So you will not be eligible. This is not eligible, right? Yes. All right. Second one, tell me whether it is blocked or not. Goods given as a free sample. Is it allowed or blocked? It is also blocked. It is also blocked because they specifically says that it is blocked. Goods, where is that? Goods stolen, destroyed, written off, or disposed of gift or free samples. That is blocked. That is blocked. Yes, that is blocked. Next one. So that is actually blocked. You will not be eligible. Truck purchased. Tell me everyone. Truck used for transportation of input. Is it blocked or allowed? We all know that the purchase of a vehicle with less than seating capacity 13, less than or equal to 13 is blocked. But that is not applicable for the truck because this clearly saying that motor vehicle for transportation of person. Motor vehicle for transportation of person. That means truck is fully allowed. Truck is fully allowed. So that is actually allowed. You can take. Next one, input used in trail runs. Trail runs means that will be lost. Trail runs that will be lost. So can we take this trail runs or research? Research means you are using some goods and which will be lost. It will not be what we say. Yeah. Can we take this ITC, everyone? Trail run and research. Can we take the ITC? We have seen goods lost, stolen, destroyed, written off is blocked, right? But then clearly they're giving this ITC on research and trial runs is eligible. Okay, ITC on research and trial runs are eligible. That is not blocked. Okay, fine. So you have to understand that normally goods lost or stolen actually you can take, but that is not applicable for the research and trial runs. That you can take the ITC. Next one, confectionery items. Tell me, confectionery items, is that blocked? What is this mean? Confectionery means sweets like that. Okay, so food items actually blocked. So this is blocked. Food items blocked. So this is eligible, this is blocked. Next one, tell me, cement used for making a foundation and structural support to plant and machinery. Tell me, foundation is an immobile property. Foundation means an immobile property. So to construct an immobile property is blocked, right? So can we take this ITC? There is an important twist that you have already might have seen. See, they're saying that works contract service for construction of immobile property is blocked. Immobile property is blocked. But then exception, they're saying that when the immobile property is a plant or machinery. Now we have to get to know what is plant and machinery definition. It is specifically says that it means apparatus and so and so, and fixed to earth by foundation and structural support, and include such foundation and structural support. Include such foundation and structural support. That means you will be eligible to take the ITC on that foundation. See, that means you cannot take ITC on each and every foundation. Okay, the foundation shall be to fix that machinery. You can't take ITC on foundation of a building. That is not eligible. Foundation for fixing a machinery, that only eligible. Clear? Is that clear, buddies? Why don't you respond? I've actually coming after 7 hours of classes, but still I'm telling everything, but you are actually sleeping. Why? Works contract on movable property. Definitely yes, because immobile property they specifically say. Okay. Yeah, fine. Okay. Yeah, that's clear. Now, that's why I'm saying, see, ITC chapter itself, the question will be less, but then that doesn't mean that ITC is very less important. ITC is very important because in the payment of tax question, the most of the adjustment, 75% of adjustment will be from the ITC chapter. Okay. So we'll see the ITC question in the payment of tax questions. Right. Now the next questions are from tax invoice chapter. But I think tax invoice chapter, what should we do? Tax invoice chapter, actually, I have given so many questions here. But if you want, we will work out. Otherwise, we'll get into directly the payment of tax question. Which one? Do you want a question from tax invoice chapter? Or do you want question directly from the payment of tax questions? Whatever you want, as you wish. Both. Payment of tax question, definitely I'll do. I'm asking whether you want the question from both. Okay, fine. Okay, let's see. Question number 193. Read, everyone. ABC Limited registered supplier has made the following taxable supply to its customer, Mr. B. Ending on 30th June. This is your RTP question, okay? So on the 5th April, notebook they're given 1200 and 10th May 600, 20th May, whatever they've made different supplies with different tax invoices to the customer. So what customer has done is the bill number 102, 230 and 254 have been returned by Mr. P. You are required to advise ABC Limited whether it can issue a consolidated credit note against all the three invoices. Is that possible? Because it is three invoices issued separately. So that those three items he has returned in at one stretch. So the question is asking whether the supplier can issue a single credit note for these three invoices. Is that possible? Is that possible? What do you guys think? Or shall we do separate credit note? Tell me, I should get a response from each and every one of you. Whether it is right or wrong, that doesn't matter. But you have to answer yes or no. Because I don't know most of you, because I don't know your names and everything. I'm just looking at the no, yes, that's all. So whether it is wrong or right, it doesn't bother me. But if you're not replying, that is bother me. Okay, so you have to respond. Okay, so many of you saying that no, and somebody of you saying yes. Yes, let's see the theory first. In the tax invoice chapter, in ITC question, if you want, we can try the section 18 question also. Okay, let me think. Section 18, they have never asked in the exams. Okay, that is a wonderful thing. They have never asked in the exams, but there is a chance. Okay, anyway, so the tax invoice, where is the credit note, debit note? Okay, so here is the credit note and debit note theory. So I'm not going to explain what is credit note, what is debit note. You will be knowing this. So when you want to reduce the value, you will issue the credit note. When you want to increase the value, you will be issuing the debit note. All of us know this. Now they're saying that supplier may issue single credit note for multiple invoice. Likewise, supplier may issue a single debit note for multiple invoice. Now tell me, is that possible? Is that possible? Yes, that is possible. Even if three invoices or three goods which is sold in three different invoices returning together, we don't have to issue three in credit note. We can settle it in one credit note. Getting? Clear? So shall we issue separate credit note? No, we can issue a single credit note for multiple invoices. Yes. Then the next one is invoicing applicability. That is very simple. Okay, read this 185 read. RTP May 22. Mr. Shambhu, a trader registered under GST in Delhi, is engaged in wholesale business of toys for kids. Mr. Nandi, registered under GST Patiala, a regular return file, supplies toys in bulk to Mr. Shambhu for selling to end customers. Mr. Shambhu is paying a tax at regular scheme in Delhi, has not filed the GST 3B for the last 2 months. Mr. Nandi wants to generate e-way bill for the toys amounting to 5 lakh to be separate to Mr. Shambhu. Also, Mr. Narayan from Jammu and approached Mr. Shambhu for purchasing toys amounting 75,000 for the purpose of return gift on his son's birthday party. Shambhu wants to generate e-way bill in respect of outward supply of goods. Mr. Narayan. Example reference to provision of the GST. Whether Mr. Nandi and Mr. Shambhu can generate e-way bill. Tell me. Problems always you can whether it is CA, CMA, they can ask these kind of questions. Not just problems like ITC, those kind of questions you can't expect, but you can expect these kind of case studies. That will be the most question from tax invoice chapter will be. Okay, read everyone question 185. Now tell me how you understood the question. First of all, let me ask you this: how you understood the question? See what they're asking, what they're saying. Saying is there is Mr. Shambhu. So Mr. Shambhu is actually purchasing from Mr. Nandi. Somebody is there. So he is purchasing here. Now Mr. Shambhu is selling to Narayan. Okay, but the issue is he's a defaulted in return filing. So his e-waybill has been blocked. So in these two cases, can e-waybill be generated? That is the question. Tell me, can e-waybill be generated? Mr. Shambhu's e-waybill is blocked. So can e-waybill generated on say on purchase from Nandi and also on sale to Narayan? I just want to know. Yes, in both cases, can we do? In which case it is possible? Nandi's case is possible. Nandi case is possible. Yes, very good. See, you have to understand this. I'll show you this. You know, e-waybill, right? So the e-waybill, they saying that a blocking of e-waybill you might have seen. If he is not filed the return or suspended those kind of in those situation, the person will not be able to generate e-waybill. But that is there is a relaxation on blocking of e-waybill. Blocked GST and e-waybill for outward movement. Outward movement it is blocked, but for inward movement it is allowed. That means in this case, outward movement. In this case, Mr. Shambhu's e-waybill is actually blocked, so he cannot use it for the outward movement. So this is blocked, but this is actually allowed. What is the logic behind that? See, if this is blocked because if this is blocked, whose sales it will be affected? If this is blocked, whose sales will be affected? Is Mr. Shambhu? No. If this is blocked, this one. If this is blocked, whose sales will be affected? Nandi's sales will be affected, but he is not a defaulter. He's a good person. So that should not be done, right? That is why this is allowed. But if this is blocked, whose sales it will be affected? Mr. Shambhu's sales. Okay, that is fine. He's a defaulter. Are you getting the logic? Clear? Okay. Fine. The next question is e-invoice limit to the check-in. That is very easy. Okay. Question number 187, please read. MTP November 22. Take a screenshot. I'll show you the answers along with it. So he has commenced the business of supplying goods and services on 1st August. Turnover X goods and services. Okay. So here, if you want to answer this one, you have to know the registration limit first. So goods and services, and he is in Meghalaya. Meghalaya, what is the limit, everyone? 20 lakhs. 20 lakh is the limit, right? So when it is crossed 20 lakh, 15th September, so that means he become liable for registration, and he has given application on 28th September, and he has got the registration granted on 6th October, right? So he is liable on which date? 5th September, and he applied on 28th September, and his registration granted on 6th October. So this is the timeline. Now the company seeks to advise as to how should raise the revised tax invoice for supplies made. Is there any specific provision for issuance of revised tax invoice to unregistered customers? So this is a question. So tell me, everyone, for which date, from which date until which date revised tax invoice should be issued? From which date till which date revised tax invoice should be issued? I'm not taking the theory, because that in any classes that will be pakka. Any faculty will be teaching that portion will be pakka. Revised tax invoice. Okay, within 1 month, fine. Okay, from which date? From which date till which date? What is the period of issuing the revised tax invoice? From the effective date of registration. Effective date means effective date means 5th September till actual date means 6th October. So 5th of September till 6th October. That is the time when you have to issue the reverse tax notice. That reverse tax notice shall be issued within 1 month from the 6th October. Okay. So you have to issue from 5th September to 6th October. That is the time for reverse tax notice. Clear? Yes. So I'll show you the answer if you want. What is the question number? What was the question number? Anybody remember? 187. 187. Okay. So this is how you have to do brief about the provision. Then accordingly, so you just give a summary. Then okay. This also they have asked, right? Specific provision for issued reverse tax to unregistered person. So you can issue a consolidated reverse tax invoice, but that is not possible. If the value is more than 250, then you can you should issue normal reverse tax invoice. Okay, this also you have to put in the answers. Yes. Next question that I'm going to do is 187. Now read the 188 question. That is also MTP November 22. Namon Company is a registered supplier under GST, provides the following information regarding various tax invoices issued by during the month of March. Value of supply charged in invoice was 1,50,000. Again, the actual was 1,30,000. So tell me everyone, what should be issued, debit note or credit note? See, when you have to issue debit note, to increase the value in invoice, you shall issue debit note. To decrease the value in invoice, you shall issue credit note. So the actual value is 1,30,000, but in an invoice you have shown 1,50,000. That means invoice value shall come down. So what shall be issued? Is it debit note or credit note? It is credit note. It is credit note. To reduce the value, it is credit note. Clear? Second one, tell me. Tax charged in invoice was 42,000 against the actual tax liability 78. So the invoice in the invoice you have shown only 42,000, but actually it was supposed to show 78,000. So you have to increase the value shown in invoice. So is it debit note or credit note? Debit note. Very good. Debit note. The next one. Value charged in invoice number 8 was 3,50,000 as against the actual value is 4,50,000. Now, is that actual value is 4,50,000, but then actual value is 4,50,000, but then the actual invoice and you have shown is only 3,50,000. So you have to increase the value. So is it debit note or credit note? It is debit note. It is debit note, right? Yes, fine. Then that is enough, because in tax notes chapter that is more than enough. Okay. So we are getting into the real questions. That is our payment of tax questions. So this is a real battle from the payment of tax questions. Sorry, the GST questions. So this will be the compulsory question, right? 8 mark questions. So I'll do 3-4 questions, because that is that itself will take more than 1 hour maybe. So let's actually do this. Fine. This is also some what we say teaser. I have already shown teaser, because that is for the regular classes. I'll be starting from these type of simple questions, but we already done the teaser. Now the real game starts now. So we'll do. Oh, let me check which are questions. Let me check. Okay, we'll start with the simple question first. Okay, then we'll move into the toughest ones. So we'll start from the 211, right? So please read the question first. Okay, I've shown here question number 211. Please read the question first, then I will discuss it. Okay. Please wait 2-3 minutes. I'll be back, because some visitors are there. Okay. 2-3 minutes. Okay. So by that time you have to finish this question, right? Ready? You should not go anywhere. You have to work out. Ready? Yes. Clear. Okay, start. So this is a very simple question. You might have done before. Let's start. Yes, fine. So I'll do one thing. Okay, I'll show you the answers also. Yeah. So together, I'll show the answers also. 1 second. Where is the questions? What is the question number? 211. Okay. So what all adjustment shall be done is that first of all you have to compute the output tax. So output tax means on the receipts, on the sales. Interstate supply 2 lakhs, and they're given 10% of interstate supply of his station made to unregistered person. What adjustment they are expecting from you? What adjustment they are expecting? They are expecting whatever, but you should not adjust anything, because whoever our customers may be, that will not going to affect us, right? Whichever is, whether it is registered customers or unregistered customers, we shall collect the GST. So no adjustment is required here, no adjustment. So just 2 lakh, and it's an interstate. So in the IGST column, you should write 18%. Intra-state supply 500 combi packs containing 1 calculator and 1 diary. What kind of supply is it? 1 calculator and 1 diary. 1 calculator and 1 diary. Is it naturally bundled? No, it is a mixed supply, right? So it's a mixed supply. So we have to take the highest rate. Highest rate is 28%. 28% you have to take. So it is an intra-state supply. So that you have to take 14% and 14%. Then intra-state supply of services of business correspondent to Suvidhi Bank. Tell me everyone, business correspondent, is it FCM or RCM? Business correspondent services to bank, is it FCM or RCM? Is it FCM or RCM? Business correspondent. FCM or RCM? Okay, it is a mixed. The answer, somebody saying RCM, somebody saying FCM. See, I in the last classes also I've again told this. In the business correspondent, you have to clearly understand this. If you take the this one, business facilitator only RCM. Business correspondent is not RCM. Agent of the business correspondent is only RCM. So if it is business correspondent to bank FCM, agent to correspondent RCM. In the last class also I've told you the same thing. Okay. Yes, correct. Okay, so that you have to understand. Now, what I was saying? Okay, so here it is FCM only. It is FCM only. So in this 1 lakh, you have to compute in the same way. It's FCM. So normal way you have to do, no issues. Now it is ITC. So you got the output tax of how much? Output tax is 65,000, 36,000. So you got this, right? 65, 36. Now you have to compute the ITC. Okay, ITC you have to compute. So let's see how much is ITC. ITC is there in opening balance? Yes, of course, opening balance is there. CGST 5,000, SGST 5,000, IGST 80,000. That you have to first rate as opening. Now, coming to our current month purchase. Interstate purchase of office stationery 1,40,000. Is there any adjustment? Is there any adjustment from this? No, right? Yeah. An invoice of 40,000 towards purchase of office stationery is missing. No other tax paying document is available. So what should we do? Out of the office stationery purchase, 40,000 invoice is missing. That means invoice with respect to 40,000 is missing. No other documents are available. So what shall be done? It is not blocked. You can write blocked, but it is ineligible as per section. Which section? If you know section only, you should go to section 16, subsection 2, clause A. Okay. Yes. If you know section 16, that is enough. Okay. But don't write section 16, subsection 2, clause B. Because if you write a wrong clause or wrong subsection or wrong section, that answer will be invalid. So that means if you writing the subsections or clause, make sure that it is 100%. Okay. Otherwise, you should not quote. Again, I'm telling you. So here you have to write only 1 lakh. Only 1 lakh, as these 40,000 invoices missing. Yes. Next one. Repairing of lorry. Repairing of lorry. What shall we do? Repairing of lorry. Can we take the ITC? Repairing, insurance and maintenance. Lorry. Is that blocked? No, it is only passenger vehicles. Repairing insurance is only blocked. Lorry is a goods vehicle. No blocking provision is subtracted. No blocking provision is subtracted. Okay. So that is fully eligible. So that also you can take 1 lakh and it is a intrastate. So 9% and 9%. Okay. So how much is the answer, everyone? ITC you got how much? 14,000, 14,000, and 8,000. So what is the net GST? 0, 40,000, 0. So I'm not going to do the set off and all. Okay. That I think all of you might be knowing. Set off, you know, right? First IGST with IGST, then balance CGST, SGST in whatever combination. Right, you know, right? Okay. So I'm not going to discuss that. Fine. But you have to give the notes like this. Okay, you have to give proper notes. Otherwise, they will not grant you any marks. So you have to give proper notes. Proper notes you have to give for each and every questions. Adjustments, right? Fine. So that is a simple question we have done. Now we'll getting into the another question. Yeah, question number 212. We'll read this one. So here and all nothing. No, they given the opening and compute the minimum in GST. So the only difference is that in the previous question, what should if combo price is 900? I didn't get it. Where is it? 900. That will not, definitely will not make any adjustment because already they're given, right? PDF actually I told you in the last class that will not be shared, but you can have the physical. But anyway, time is not booked, right? Because already exam is too nearby. Anyway, yeah. Now listen. Next one is 212. Okay. So the only difference is that here they have not given sales one side, purchase one side. They've given in a combination, what we say, mixture. Okay, so we have to figure it out which is sales, which is purchase. So that is a one additional task you have to do in this question. Okay, separate price unless are still mixed on. It is not separate price, buddies. See, they individually priced at 700, 800, but here they're given at a single price, 800. See, the product has separate price, that's okay. But now it is something like a combo. For that combo, it's a single price. That is what we have to check. Clear? Okay. Now, yeah. So we have to first identify which is sales, which is purchase. That is the one additional task you have to do in this question. So let's see the first one. We have to do the output tax, right? So we should only do the sales first. Okay. First one, intra-state supply of taxable goods, including 1 lakh received as advance in January. The invoice for the entire sale value is issued on 15th February. So what adjustment shall be done here? Everyone tell me. This is a very good adjustment. Intra-state supply of taxable goods, including 1 lakh received as in January. We are doing in February, okay? So 1 lakh received in January as advance. So what amount we have to show in this February? Is that under 4 lakh or is 3 lakh? Tell me, everyone. 1 lakh is received as advance in January. So what adjustment we shall do in February? Shall we show the entire 4 lakh or shall we show only 3 lakhs? That is my doubt. We have to show entire 4 lakhs here. Why entire 4 lakhs? Because it is goods. So we have seen in time of supply chapter, in case of goods, you should not check the date of receipt of payment. For the time of supply of goods under FCM, we have to just compare last date of invoice and actual date of invoice. So the date of receipt of advance is absolutely irrelevant. So this 1 lakh might not have considered in January. So the entire 4 lakh we have to show in this February. In this February means the month in which you issued the invoice. But what if it is a service, everyone? So you have to also think in that way, because if they again repeat the adjustment, they will not repeat the same adjustment. They will be slightly, they will change. So if it is instead of goods, if it is service, what adjustment you have to do in the question? If it is service, what adjustment you have to do in this question? If it is service, what happens is that the advance 1 lakh is received in January. So the time of supply of that 1 lakh might be in January. So you might have paid the GST of that 1 lakh in January. So here we have to show only 3 lakhs. If it is service, we have to show only 3 lakhs. Because it is goods, we have to show the entire 4 lakhs. Clear? Okay. So here we have to show 4 lakh and do GST calculate accordingly. Second one is purchase. So we are not going to take it because we are actually in the first case, we are just doing the sales. Third one, service provided by way of labor contract for repairing single residential unit. Otherwise as that as a part of residential complex. Tell me everyone. Is it taxable or exempted? First of all, tell me, is it taxable or exempted? Pure labor contract for construction of single residential unit. Taxable or exempted? Tell me, buddies, is it taxable or exempted? Pure labor contract, single residential unit. Taxable or exempted? Taxable or exempted? Tell me. As I told you, it is no matter whether it is wrong or right, but you have to respond. Is it taxable or exempted? See, you have to check this. Pure labor contract, single residential unit is exempted, but then exemption is available on fully original work. Original work, that means a repair work or reconstruction work are fully taxable, even if it is pure labor and single residential unit. If it is a repair work or reconstruction work, fully taxable because the exemption is available only for the original work. Here you have to check it is a repairing. So is it taxable or exempted? Now tell me. Is it taxable or exempted? Taxable because it is a repair work. Clear? Yes. So that is taxable and it is an intrastate transaction. So you have to just give 9% to 9%. Next, third one we have taken. Fourth one is a membership available, it's a purchase, it's an inward supply. And the fifth one, GTA service received, that also kind of inward supply. Then next one, interstate service provided by way of training in recreational activities. Tell me everyone, relating to sports. Taxable or exempted? Recreational activity, coaching in recreational activity, taxable or exempted? That you have to understand one thing, buddies. In case of coaching in recreational activity relating to sports, you have to understand one thing. In charitable, we have discussed one thing, that is coaching in arts or culture by individual is exempted, but in sports, only charitable entity is exempted. So in sports, if it is done by a charitable entity, then only it will be exempted. But it is not a charitable entity here. So whether it is taxable or exempted? Sixth one, whether it is taxable or exempted? Taxable. Okay. So this one is, of course, taxable. Correct. Then, okay. You understood, right? Why it is taxable? Because it is training and recreation activity related to sports is exempted only if it is done by a charitable organization. Okay. Then the seventh one also is supply. Interstate security services provided to ABC Higher Secondary School for their annual day function organized in Findex Autonomous outside the school campus. Tell me everyone, whether it is tax or exempted, because it is in a school, ABC Higher Secondary School. So you are providing services to a school as a security services. Is it taxable or exempted? There also we have a different answers. Somebody saying taxable, somebody saying exempted. So we have to check the answers, theory, right? So in the education cases, you have to understand this. If you're providing to school is a category 1. Category 1, 2, 3, 4 is exempted. 1, 2, 3, 4 means this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. In that third one, security or housekeeping services in the compound of the education institution. In the compound of the educational institution only exempted. So now tell me whether it is taxable or exempted. Outside the auditorium, outside the school campus, it is not within the compound. So whether it is taxable or exempted, tell me. Now tell me whether it is taxable or exempted. Taxable. This is taxable. So this is the items which is relating to outward supply. So how much the output tax you got? 45,000, 45,000, 4,500. This is how you have to do. Okay, fine. Now next one is now we have to check the inwards ITC. ITC, for that first you have to do opening balance 57 and 50,000 that you have written. Now let's see, purchase from the composition dealer registered in Kolkata. What adjustment shall we do? Purchase from the composition dealer. What adjustment shall we do? What adjustment shall we do, everyone? See, in the composition scheme, section 10, I'm not going to discuss in detail what is composition scheme, but you have to understand this one. There is a 10 subsection 3. They are sorry, 10 subsection 4. They specifically saying one thing. What is that? The taxable person to whom subsection 1 or 2 applies shall not collect the tax from the recipient. That the composition dealer is under no right to collect the tax from the recipient. So it is as same as you are purchasing from a unregistered dealer. So if you're purchasing a goods from an unregistered dealer and a composition dealer, it will be like it will be similar, because both of them will not collect GST from you. Unregistered dealer should not, they will not collect GST from you. Same way, a composition dealer also shall not collect the GST from you. So what is ITC means? It is a GST paid at the time of purchase, but then the composition dealer shall not collect the GST from you. So where is the question of ITC? No ITC you have paid, no GST you have paid. Clear? Are you getting the concept, everyone? Clear only? Yes. Then the fourth one, tell me. Membership of a club availed for employees working in the factory. Membership of a club where we have studied that. Membership of a club where we have studied that. Under blocked, I may not again showing here. Under blocked provision, you take your whatever theory book you're following. Under that, you can see in the blocked credit, membership of a club is blocked, except it is a statutory obligation. Since the question does not specifically say anything about a statutory obligation, it is a logical assumption that there is no statutory obligation. So you have to block it. Okay, so you can take it. 1,75,000, you can take it. Next one, GTA, goods transport received from GTA, and GTA payable is 12%. 12% means FCM or RCM, everyone. 12% means FCM or RCM. FCM, very good, FCM. So the same way, see, we can take the ITC, no issues. FCM, you might have paid to the GTA, and that amount you can take ITC, no special adjustment. Okay. Then the seventh one, what should we do? Not seventh, eighth one. Input to be received four lots, out of which second lot is received during the month. Can we take the ITC on receipt of second lot? No. Right, because in case of goods are received in lots or installment, you can take the ITC only at the time of last installment. Very good. Clear? So how much is the ITC you will be getting is 57 and 74,000. That's all. Clear? So if you want to take the screenshot, you can take. Then you can later on, you can go through this. After amendment, GTA 6%, not 6%. Okay, 5%. In the sense like 12% means 12%, definitely FCM. But in what is the amendment says that in case of 5% also, GTA has an option to pay under FCM. But in 12%, there is no option to pay under RCM. 12% always FCM, there is no change. But if it is 5%, you have two options, either you can RCM or FCM. That is amendment. Clear? Okay. So this is the net GST and the notes. These many notes you have to give, okay? But this notification number and all, it is not necessary to quote. That if you want, then you can quote. Otherwise, you skip it off. Just give the notes as a proper, okay? Don't waste time by giving the notification number and all. But if you know, okay, effortlessly, if you know, okay, but you should not take an effort in the exam hall. That is my request. Okay, clear. Next question we will do is this are simple questions only. Not going to do that. Then okay, this one we'll do. Question number 216, and this one is actually a good question. Okay, and one more thing is that I've uploaded November 22 full question paper with answers in the YouTube channel, because November 22 is one of the toughest exams, as everyone tells. So I've actually uploaded the video on that November 22 exam questions. So if you want, you can just do that, okay? So that is why I'm not showing any November 22 questions. Okay, that I already uploaded in the YouTube channel. So again, doing that, it's not meaningful. Okay, anyway, question number 216, read everyone. If you want, you can take a screenshot. One second, let me put the system on charge. Okay. So read the question. X Electronics is a registered manufacturer of electronic appliances. It made a contract with the dealers that purchase of air conditioner of capacity of 1.5 ton in month of October of a quantity more than 50 will entitle them for a 10% discount. So as a first starting, they're given this. Now they're given the other details. Interstate supply made during the month is 50 lakh. So interstate means IGST column you have to put 18%. Intrastate supply of microwave oven, that is 15 lakhs. So that is intrastate. So CGST, SGST. There is no adjustment. Supply of refrigerator is the mixed supply. Mixed supply means we know that which rate of GST to be applied. Is it 18 or 28? It's an intrastate, okay? So 14 you have to apply. Then supply of air conditioner of capacity 1.5 ton per 50 lakh. Any adjustment to be done here? Any adjustment to be done here? Just read the question and tell me any adjustment to be done here. See, they in the first they told that if any customer is purchasing air conditioner of 1.5 ton of more than 50 units, they will get a 10% discount. So tell me everyone, how many AC have been sold in this month? How many AC have been sold in this month? 50 lakh is the total sales divided by 50,000. So 100 AC. But can we decide this 100 AC are sold to one single customer? Can we assume that? It is specifically given only one dealer, Mr. L. So Mr. L have bought 100 AC, which is more than 50. So we might not have taken from Mr. L rupees 50 lakh. Instead, what amount we might have taken from him? Only 45 lakhs. Correct? After 10% discount, 45 lakhs. So the value here you shall show only 45 lakhs, not 50 lakhs. That is only adjustment. Simple, everyone. That is only adjustment in this question. The balance every questions are very adjustments are very easy. So that's all. Then they've given the opening balance. You have to just write like that. And only one dealer, it is not given. Then you have to assume. You have to give your whenever you write the assumption, just confuse the institute. Like it is most logically assumed so and so. So they only confuse. Okay, he is most logically. So that kind of wordings you can give. Fine. So opening balance is that they're given that you can just write. Now raw material, they purchase raw material. Can we take ITC on raw material? Can we take ITC on raw material? How can you decide whether an ITC can be taken or not? How can you decide whether an ITC on a particular item can be taken or not? It is very simple. It is very simple. Anything other than block credit can be taken. Very simple. That you have to check. Anything other than block credit. Yeah, it shall be definitely for business purpose. But you have to think in this way. Anything other than block credit can be taken. So raw material is not there in the block list. So you can take. You can take. Fine. Paid gym membership fee. Gym membership fee is not obligatory. So you can take. Sorry, you can't take. It is blocked. Truck purchased. We only seen in 2-3 exam question itself. They are asking that same truck. I don't know why. That's why again I'm telling that it is not because of some high funda questions that people are losing the marks. It is only because of presentation. See, if these I've decided, I've discussed four attempt questions, right? And if anybody have done previous exam questions or RTP questions, okay, there is nothing like some Himalayan task to clear this exam, because easy questions, whatever we have discussed is easy questions. This is not the question which I made. This is your institute question, your exam question, your RTP, MTP questions only. So it's very easy, but provided your presentation must be pakka. Clear? So be confident. But if you worked out the questions by writing and you have to actually give the notes, proper notes, then it will be easy. Right. So how much is the answer? It is coming like this is the answer. Total output tax is given. Total, which is the question number, buddies? 216. Okay, sorry. So this is a total output tax 11 lakh, 11 lakh, 9 lakhs. Then ITC they given is how much ITC? This one is ITC 5 lakh 8,000, 5 lakh 20,000, and 10 lakh. Have you taken the screenshot? Discount on the okay, discount will discuss it, don't worry. Then computation of net GST and given the note also. See, I've given the notes so easy notes, so very what we say compared to your institute suggest answer. That also I just want to confirm. Okay, if you read the institute suggest answer, you will be very what we say confused and tensed, because institute suggest answers, the notes they are giving very lengthy, very standard. So we will be thinking that how can we provide those notes in the exams? See, when the institute is actually preparing a suggest answer, they don't have this three hours time limit. They can simply sit and type. So that is not the case in exam hall. So you should not tensed by seeing the institute suggest answers and notes. Don't worry. You give the proper notes. You give the keywords and underline, and don't try to waste more time on giving notes. Not for every adjustment you have to give notes, but that shall be short and crisp, because otherwise time will run. Okay, that you have to actually think. Now somebody asking how the discount works. Discount is very simple. See, here you can just read the first sentence. It made a contract with dealers that purchase of air conditioner capacity of 1.5 ton in the month of October of a quantity more than 50 will entitle them for a 10% discount. So in the beginning itself, they're saying that if any dealer, if any customer is purchasing more than 50 unit of AC, they will get 10% discount. So here you can see supplier, the AC, air conditioner, how many air conditioner they have sold, that we have to find it. And the input they are given, 50 lakh is the total sale value, and 50,000 is the per AC cost. So how many AC might have sold? 50 lakh divided by 50,000. That means 100 AC they have sold. And again, the saying that every AC is sold to Mr. L. So Mr. L, how many AC have been bought by Mr. L? It is 100 AC. That means more than 50. More than 50 AC is bought by Mr. L. So Mr. L shall get a 10% discount. So not 50 lakh might have collected from Mr. L. He might have collected only 45 lakhs. Clear? Set. Okay, fine. Now I'll make you do one more question. That is enough. Okay. This one. This is the one question I truly loved. This is a December 21 8-mark question. This is not the normal question that we have done so far. This is somewhat different from the method of question they have, or model of question they have asked. So I actually love this question. See, so far whatever question we have done, it was like this. They will be first of all we have to compute the output tax, then we have to compute the ITC, then we have to net GST, right? This is how the question, every question was we have done, right? But in this question there is small difference, very small difference. If you read the question, it will be very easy. Have you done this question before? Have you done this question before? If you my book, definitely you might have done, or otherwise no, you have not done. No, okay, yes, fine. So don't worry. So this is somewhat standard question. Okay, this is somewhat standard question. Now ABC Limited, a registered supplier in Surat, Gujarat, has calculated the net GST. They only given the net GST. They only given CGST, net GST 3 lakh, SGST 2 lakh 50, IGST 3 lakh. This is not output tax. This is a net GST they have given. But what happens is that following additional information, that means these information they have missed out to take at the time of computation of net GST. So what we have to do is that we don't have to do it like output tax. It is nothing. You just start with the net GST because they have given the net GST. They have reduced output tax, everything. But then they have missed out these items. They have missed out. So we have to add or less from those from the amount they given. That is only adjustment you have to do. But adjustment actually, I'm talking about these 4-5 adjustment. But actually, these adjustments are actually good. So if it is possible, you have to do it again. This question you have to do it again. So the question starting like they have given the net GST, right? Now, so these 5 adjustments they have not considered at the time of calculating the net GST. So let's see. First one, company had given on hire 5 trucks to the one of the transporters of Vadodara, a GTA, for transporting the goods for 10 days. The hiring charges for truck were 7,500 per truck per day. So the total amount they received 3,75,000. So while calculating this amount, they have not considered this 3,75,000. There is this 3,75,000 is a sale, or it's a kind of a service they made, but they have not considered while computing the net GST. So what shall we do? We have to add. How much amount we shall add? Everyone, tell me. The percentage is 18%. Okay. So how much amount we shall add? It's a Vadodara is where is the Vadodara? Vadodara is, I think it's in Gujarat only. So tell me, how much amount shall we add, everyone? Everybody, how much amount shall we add? How much amount? Somebody has got this. See, there is a small test. What is a twist? We have to first take the theory. Everybody take the exemption chapter. Everybody take the exemption chapter. In that exemption chapter, there is a small twist. What is a small twist? They are, I'm actually telling in a small way, in a simple way. Okay, they saying services by way of giving on hire. If you're giving it on rent, what? A goods vehicle means a lorry to GTA, it is exempted. If you're giving your lorry as a rent to a GTA, that is exempted. So here, see, they are giving their 5 trucks to GTA. So is it tax or exempted? Is it tax or exempted? It is exempted. Clear, everyone? Yes, clear. Fine. So not to add, but you have to give the proper notes since it is exempted. Okay. Second one. Second one. This is a good adjustment. We are in which month? We are in which month, everyone? February. Okay. You have to understand this. We are in February. The company sold goods to Exxon company of Delhi on 6th January. So we are in February, that you have to understand, with a condition that interest 2% per month will be charged for on an invoice, while if Exxon company failed to make payment within 30 days of the delivery of goods were delivered and also the invoice was issued on 6th January. Exxon company paid the consideration on 20th February along with the interest. So 5 lakh plus interest they have given in February. February is in our month. So my question is, how much amount? First of all, you compute the interest amount. First of all, you compute the interest. It is actually sold in 6th January, but the payment is made for 20th February. 30 days is industry. 30 days is industry, no interest. After that, interest will be applicable 2% per month. So how much would be the interest, everyone? 6th January is the date of sale. So 31 minus 6. 31 minus 6. So in January, how many days is already over? 25. So 30 days. 30 days means February 5th. February 5th. February 5th is the interest-free period. So that is no interest. From that, February 5th to February 5th to February 28th. That means 15 days. 15 days is the, for 15 days, we shall pay the interest. So 2% is per month. So for 15 days, how much percentage will be the interest? For 15 days, 2% per month. But for 15 days, 1% will be the interest. 1%. So 5 lakh into 1% is equal to 5,000 is the interest that might have been collected. So my question to you is, so 5 lakh 5,000, 5 lakh 5,000 is received in February. We are in February. We are in February. So how much amount shall be shown in amount column? In February, how much amount we shall show? Is it 5 lakh or is it 5 lakh 5,000 or is it 5,000? Tell me. How much amount? Anyone? See, you have to understand this. The invoice for the 5 lakh, is issued on 6th January. 6th January. Right? Invoice is issued on 6th January. That means that tax of time of supply is January. So the time of supply of 5 lakh is in January. So you might have paid GST for that 5 lakh in January itself. So why do you have to again pay that GST 5 lakh in February also? No. That is not required. But you have to just show only rupees 5,000. Here you can do it in two ways. Either you can just write 5,000, or you can assume this 5,000 including GST. Then you have to do it as 5,000 divided by 118. But in a suggested answer, they directly given 5,000. Okay, so it is not required because the question doesn't specifically says anything. So you can directly do it. Don't worry. So here the amount column, you should show only 5,000. Only 5,000. Are you getting the concept, everyone? Why not 5 lakh 5,000? Are you getting? Because 5 lakh invoice actually issued in January. So the time of supply is January. So you might have paid the GST in January. So you don't have to again pay in February. But the time of supply of interest, everybody takes section 12, subsection 6. In that clearly given, the time of supply of interest will be the date when the supplier received such addition in value. Why only 1% means 2% per month? Here the delay is only 15 days. 15 days means half a month. That is why 1%. Clear? Okay. Yes. Next one. Company sought a legal consultancy Legal consultancy means what would be that? Advocate. Advocate, have you studied anywhere? RC. So here we shall pay GST under RCM. And the fourth one, see here I have to discuss something. I'll show you this. When RCM comes in the question, how to deal with it, I'll tell you. So this I'll discuss in later. Now the fourth question, everyone read. Fourth, everyone. So the third one, I'll showing how to deal with it. Don't worry. But the fourth one, read everyone. 3 packets of tools I've purchased, and three lots. By 3 lots. But then last lot would be delivered in April. So can we take the ITC of this? Can we take the ITC of this? No, because that can be taken in April only. Last installment is received. No adjustment is required. Then the fifth one can we take? So see, if you read the textbook or theory, this is very easy because it is there in our book. Directly they ask in the exams. It will be there in every author's book. Okay, don't worry, because it is institute example. Where is value of supply chapter? In second, I'll show you this. Where is in the discount they have given a clarification. For that they institute book only given an example like you are sold for 10 rupees, later on it is revalued to 9. That cannot be reduced. It is there in the institute book. So that directly they have actually asked the exams. It is sold at 10 per packets, then the revalue to 9 per packet. So can we reduce the discount here? It is directly given in the institute book. Can we reduce this 1% discount? No, it is not possible because it is secondary discount. Now listen, buddies, when a question asks RCM, when there is a RCM liability, how to deal with it? Now the first question, can we take RCM amount as ITC? That is the first question. Can we take RCM amount as ITC? That is what you have to understand. It is yes. You can take the ITC. You can take the ITC of the amount you paid under RCM. I have given. So everybody shall please take a screenshot of it. You can read it later. ITC on RCM. Other means me only. So you can just take a screenshot. Whenever an RCM comes, you have to follow these steps. First, you have to add in ITC. Then again, after adjustment, again you have to add RCM. So net effect will be 0. First you add in ITC, then you have to add net GST. So this you should do, otherwise you will not be granted marks. So I'll show you how to do it in our question. This is which question number? 217. Okay. So how to do this question? The output tax they given 3 lakh, 2 lakh 50, 3 lakh. Then giving on higher, then you have to what we say, give notes. Then interest received, you have to give notes. Then total output tax liability minus ITC. Which is this ITC, everyone? Which is this ITC? The RCM ITC. The 13,500 you can take ITC. But again, that amount you shall add as a net GST. So if you read the suggested answer of institute suggested answer, you might be thinking they're doing wrong answer. That is correct only. Institute is doing what that is correct only, because why it is correct, that I've given in the as a theory. You cannot see that theory in your textbook, but this is very important because ITs in RCM, whether it can be taken or not. So we have no time to explain the logic behind that, but read the theory first, then read this example. Okay, so we'll come to know that ITC and RCM can be taken in the same month. That is why we add here, then again we add here. Okay, so this is answer. So please take a note of it. Done. So actually, now I'm stopping actually because it is I already completed a 7 hours of class in the morning, so I'm totally exhausted actually. So if you have any doubts,